Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. I'm talking about you. You're a divine creation, a divine marvel, a child of God, at least according to uh, the teaching of a very special teacher named Bruno Groening, who really taught the essence of what Christ taught without some of the yucky things that have been added on. And he really taught how to practice it, how to live it. And that's what we're going to do today. And you're invited to join in to receive divine healing energy that can transform us, that can heal the body, bring calmness, peace, deep serenity to the mind, the heart, to the soul. It's very simple to do. Please sit with your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, hands on your legs, palms facing upwards. Back in a relaxed, upright position, not stiff, but not slouched over either. If possible, not leaning against your chair, just a relaxed, upright position. Do the best you can. When I first started learning this practice, I had to lean against my chair a lot, but I've learned how to do it. Or I guess my back has gotten stronger to just have a nice, relaxed, upright, and natural posture. And then close your eyes and please hand over to your understanding of higher power or God, or to a spiritual teacher whom you trust absolutely and completely. Please hand over all your burdens, worries, problems, fears, resentments, things from the past, situations in the future that you feel anxious about, things from the past that feel painful or unresolved, anything that keeps you out of the present moment. Please hand it over to your understanding of a higher power or to a spiritual helper whom you trust. And then ask, please, I want to receive the divine power, the life stream, the living waters, the energy of God that can heal, awaken, transform, and observe your body with the intention to take that energy in. That's the practice, to observe the body, intending to draw in that energy, doing so with faith or trust that nothing is impossible for the power, the infinite power of the infinite reality, which created all of this, which created you and me. If the mind wanders off, bring it back to the present moment, back to absorbing taking in this goodness, just keep coming back to the present moment. letting thoughts pass on by. If they're sticky or negative, handing them over to your higher power. Engaging the will to receive and the will to let go of what isn't good. Taking in the divine blessing. And as we become aware of negative thoughts or worries, resentments, handing those over to higher power and trusting them to God or to a spiritual helper. welcoming peace, wanting peace. Warm welcome to the live viewers. I'm going to share a few words of Bruno's. Of course, welcome to anyone watching the replay of this video. I'm going to read from I Give You a Little Wisdom of Life, Volume 2. And this is page 31. What surely will have to happen is that man can indeed tell good from evil. And if everything was the same and things always went well, it would not be good. And it is right that there are people around who are satanic. Otherwise, the good people would not be aware of the evil. No, it really has to be that way. I was very shocked when I read this, that it's actually good on a certain level, that evil is around us for learning. Now, here Bruno says it's good that there are satanic people. And elsewhere, Bruno has said, from a spiritual point of view, there's no such thing as bad people, just people with bad habits. So we need to have a little context that when he says satanic people, my understanding is what he means is people who are deeply, deeply, deeply enmeshed with evil, ruled by evil, but their essence is still divine. That was in my view, that was one of his core teachings. But what an interesting thing that all the pain and suffering around us and within us, once we've taken in some evil, actually serves a purpose of learning. Now, it's easy to say, oh, I know the difference between good and evil. But the further I've gone on this path, I used to think evil is stealing and killing and, such big evils. But as I shared yesterday, evil can be so subtle. And Bruno himself said that evil is constantly slinking and striving, is murky and trying to find a way in, trying to pull us off the good path. Evil can be as simple as you're in a really deep state of prayer and meditation and somebody texts you. And then instead of checking in, should I continue to tune in or should I continue to pray, just out of habit, going and checking the text? So my understanding of what Bruno meant by evil is it's just that which is harmful, is out of alignment. And that we're here on this earth to learn how to stay in alignment, how to stay connected to God amidst all these problems, how to continue to have faith. And it is not easy. It is not easy. This morning on TikTok, I was listening to a Christian preacher, which is very powerful. I used to have many judgments about Christianity, but thanks to Bruno's teachings, I'm able to really find the truth in it. I don't agree with everything I hear from anyone, but I'm able to gain so much wisdom. And so the preacher said, hey, Christ said, if you're going to follow me, it's not going to be easy. And there are many references in the Bible. It's written that Christ said numerous things like that. When I first found this teaching, I thought, oh, everything's going to be perfect now. But Bruno himself said, if you trust in me and things don't go the way you want, don't blame me. It's a very powerful teaching because Bruno said he can't spare us the Regulungen pain. sometimes we need, I don't want to say need, but sometimes part of the healing process, part of the learning process, part of the growth process is to face challenge and difficult things. I'm going to read again what Bruno wrote here. What Bruno said. What surely will have to happen is that man can indeed tell good from evil. And if everything was the same and things always went well, it would not be good. It is right that there are people around who are satanic. Otherwise, the good people would not be aware of the evil. No, it really has to be that way. For this school of life, apparently that's part of the necessary design. Hi, Mirth. Glad you were able to join in. Thanks for saying hello. All right, beautiful souls, divine creations, divine marvels. I'm going to close this out with a prayer. Thank you for saying hi, Mirthy66. Beloved source, our dear friend Bruno Groening, our elder brother, our mentor, our teacher, our helper, and maybe most of all, our true friend, Bruno Groening. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming to Earth. Thank you for enduring all that you did. You came here to help us and to show us the way, to remind us, and as you said, to remind us of the way of Christ, the path that Christ showed us. Please help us to understand that challenges can be part of learning, part of our awakening. Please help us to understand this design, this, as you called it, the game of life, the interplay between good and evil is part of the design for our learning. Please, for everyone who joined into this live today, the highest blessing. For everyone who watches the replay of this, please, the highest blessing. For everyone who drops by this channel, please, healing, grace. May they feel the power and the presence of God. Please, for all those individuals and organizations who are sharing Bruno Groening's work, please, protection, guidance, blessing. Please, for all the friends of Bruno Groening, those who have encountered Bruno or feel drawn to his work or feel drawn to him, please, blessing for them. Please, for all those who are teaching the path of Christ, guidance, blessing, and for all those who are striving to follow the path of Christ. Please, God, please, Bruno, for all those who are seeking the good in so many different ways. And please, intervention, grace, mercy, for all those who are temporarily lost, who don't believe in the good, who aren't striving for the good. Please, intervention, help. And lastly, for ourselves, for the great turnaround in ourselves, back to God, back to nature, back to the belief in the goodness in human beings, that we may become instruments of God, servants of God. I feel inspired to read a prayer called Radiating Christ. You may not agree with every word or every concept. Feel free to translate it and change it. It's a Catholic prayer. Dear Jesus, help me to spread your fragrance wherever I go. Flood my soul with your spirit and your life. Penetrate and possess my whole being so utterly that my life may only be a radiance of yours. Shine through me and be so in me that every soul I come into contact with may feel your presence in my soul. Let them look up and see no longer me, but only Jesus. Stay with me, and then I shall begin to shine as you shine. So to shine, to be a light to others. The light, O Jesus, will be all from you. None of it will be mine. It will be you shining on others through me. Let me thus praise you in the way you love best, by shining on those around me. Let me preach you without preaching, not by words, but by my example, by the catching force of the sympathetic influence of what I do, the evident fullness of the love my heart bears for you. All right, beautiful souls, we took in the divine energy, and we'll close with a minute of silence. Adding in your own personal prayers, requests. So we've been given the gift of life, and we've been given the gift of one more day of life. So we filled up with divine energy. And now let's go out and shine. Let's ask God, what would you have me do today? How can I serve you in your creation today? And let's go do it. Let's go shine the light of God, the love of God, as we go throughout our day. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.